Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Find Your Joy, and I'm Joy. You found me. All right, well it is Saturday, October 25th, and I am going to do my day 25 challenge video, but I thought maybe I'd do a little, hey, hang out with me, what do I do in a day, right? So I already made my coffee. It is super yummy today. I used caramel Javi and I added a pumpkin spice protein shake and dulce de leche and brown sugar cinnamon. And it is a yummy. And right now I'm gonna make some breakfast. I say because it is after 12:30, so brunch. I'm having brunch. I'm having brunch with the girls. I'm the girls. All right, so I have just a little skillet here. I've got some butter melted in it, and I'm just gonna make a quick little omelet. Can you call it an omelet if you only use one egg? Maybe I'm not. Hold on. Is there a date on here? I don't think I've had that this long, but... Oh no, October 27th. You know, how about just some egg and cheese? It had a little discoloration to it, so we're not gonna even... So I'm gonna fry an egg. So got my butter melted. I'm just gonna crack the egg in here. Maybe. I know I hit it. There it is. That was a really bad crack. I can't even... Now I'm afraid I'm gonna have eggshell come out. Oh my gosh. I am usually pretty good at this, but you know, camera's rolling, so plop. All right, and then I'm just gonna toss this in the sink, and then I will rinse it out and set it up to dry, and then I put it in my compost bin. So I live alone. It's just me. I'm gonna crack the or pop the yolk here because I don't like runny yolk. I've never been a runny yolk kind of person. So another get to know me day. Let's chat. Hey. Obviously, I haven't been diagnosed, but I have squirrel brain. I don't know if that's a technical term, but that's what I definitely have. Okay, I'm just gonna put some seasoned salt here on my egg. And actually, while we're doing this, I need to refill. Look, that's almost empty. Y'all, this real salt from Redmond Real Salt, I absolutely love it. But let me tell you a funny story about it. When I flew to go visit my dad over Thanksgiving 2020. What? Well, let me think. I went because it was a big birthday, so he was turning 75, and he was born in 48, so 23, that doesn't sound right. He was born in 46, so it was 2021. It was back when we could fly again, and, you know, still wore masks and stuff, but anyways, it was over Thanksgiving because his birthday was on Thanksgiving that year. It varies because, you know, his birthday's on the 28th. And I wanted to help, you know, with the meal. So I wanted to bring my Redmond's Real Salt and the seasoned salt because this stuff tastes so good. I put it on almost everything. Obviously not in the sweet stuff, but So I was taking one of these. I think was it brand new? I don't remember. No, it wasn't, because they were able to test it. So they opened it to test it, you know, at the security in the airport. And apparently it tested positive for explosives. And I'm like, but it's just seasoning. I mean, I'll sit here, I will taste it. They would not, they made me throw it away. So I didn't have my seasonings to take with me for Thanksgiving. But the guy at the thing, he's like, I don't know what's in there, but I wouldn't eat it. I'm like, well, it's good. So I don't know what they put in this stuff to make it taste so good. But I called Redmond, like, when I landed, because I'm like, oh, I want some of these for Thanksgiving. You know, it was still a few days away. And they rushed me an order. So good customer service at this company. I honestly have no idea why it would have tested positive. Because, I mean, it's just seasonings. Organic seasoned salt. Sea salt, garlic, onion, coriander, mustard, celery seed, black pepper, paprika, turmeric, and parsley. None of that sounds explosive to me. But it's super yummy. Okay, so that's my funny seasoned salt traveling story. It's time to flip this egg because I have been talking way too long. Nope. Oh, that was easy enough. All right, so that is almost done. I have refilled my salt shaker that I use on a regular basis. And this I will put back up on the shelf. But you want to make sure it's sealed right, because I don't want any moisture, because you know how it gets all clumpy. All right, so what was I saying? I was talking about me. Oh yeah, squirrel brain. My brain goes off on random tangents on a regular basis. So I was thinking maybe for next month, after we finish the 31 days of Halloween, I've already come up with the frog it or finish it for my whip series. And I thought of another thing that is non-crochet related, and I just wanted to get an opinion to see, would anyone want to watch? Would anyone be interested? I non-diagnosed ADHD, but I do have an appointment at the end of this month, so I am going to actually talk to my doctor, because the more I read about it, the more I think, that makes a lot of sense. So I have a messy, cluttered house. And I admit it, I have too much stuff. So I've been watching the Clutterbug podcast and Clutterbug videos, and love listening to her. And, all right, already unplugged that. What if I did a 30-day decluttering challenge? Would anyone watch that? I'm still going to do creative stuff. Maybe I'll figure out some creative ways to declutter. But I was thinking that would hold me accountable, because like y'all have seen in October, I am making a video, even if I do post it after midnight. Last night's video, but I posted it and I got it done. So if I am committed to a project, I will do it. Even if, you know, I'm throwing stuff away at 3 in the morning. No, I won't be doing that, because I don't stay up as late. I lied. It could happen. All right, so I've got a cheese and an egg, and this is going to be my lunch, breakfast, my meal of choice right now. So, y'all, Would anyone be interested in that? Just asking. All right, I'm going to go ahead and eat, and then I'm going to move into my bedroom and start on today's project, Halloween project. That is a really bad angle, Joy. Don't do that. All right, and we'll talk more about me later. Can I just say that I love Saturdays? And why? Because I get to video chat with my girls. Just Snapchatted live video for over 2 hours with my daughter and my grandbaby. And it was fabulous. I love it. I love it. I am now getting ready to start today's project, and let me show you. Hold on, let me move. Got a yardstick, so I'm going to use a yardstick, but oops, I've got the camera plugged in, so every time I bump the cord it's going to move it. But I am using, this is a kitchen towel that I bought at the Dollar Tree earlier this year. So it is a Hey Boo, orange with white ghosts, black bats, yellow stars, and that side is upside down. Sorry about that. And then it says Hey Boo in purple with a purple trim. So I am going to do a kitchen towel crocheted topper, and I am going to use the purple that I have been using to do other things, like when I made my Frankenstein monster. So Dan was made out of this, and it's in my hat, and I'm going to remember the color name and tell you what it is in just a second. I want to say mulberry, but I know it's not mulberry. So until then, we're just gonna go with the purple yarn. So this is a cotton yarn. I was thinking of, do I want to do it in acrylic or do I want to do it in cotton? So I asked Google, and they suggested cotton because it's absorbent. So it's a kitchen towel, and it'll probably be more for decoration than use, but even so, going in the washing machine and stuff, and plus it'll be hanging by the stove, so it's less likely to melt. And I can, if I need to dry it in a hotter temperature or whatever. So I have watched a couple of videos, and I'm kind of going to base it on others, but I'm kind of going to do it on my own thing. So I did see one video where they took the towel, because it's the same design on both halves, and to get the most bang for my buck, I'm actually going to cut the towel in half and make 2 kitchen towels out of one. So I'm going to cut it in half, and then all of the videos that I've watched, it showed them using either a needle or a sharp crochet hook to push through the fabric of the towel to make the holes to crochet in. But I bought this rotary cutter and the blade that is spaced apart. So I'm going to use this to make the holes to start the base for my crochet towel topper. So I'm going to try and figure out if I can move the camera so y'all can see what I'm doing. But I'm going to see if maybe we can walk through this, maybe tutorial style or vlog style, since I am not using anyone else's. Like I said, all the videos that I watched, they were either just sewing in the crochet, the thread, the yarn to start. But I think if we do the holes, it'll be even. And if I do it you know, I don't do it so close to the edge. I think it'll be a nice sturdy hole to start, a base for the yarn. So I'm going to lay my towel out on the, here's where I try to figure out if I can, hold on, hold please, let me pause. Okay, so I have this new little gadget that, so you can record off of the back camera, because this is just showing me what's on my screen. Ooh, look, it's like, whoa, that's kind of weird, right? Ooh. So I have my camera sitting up as high as I can get it with, because I don't have like a, I've lost my attachment so that I could attach my phone to a real tripod. So this is one of those neck tripods. So I'm going to set this over here so I can make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. I have my blade here, and then I'm going to take my towel and open it up, lay the yardstick on the towel, and I'm going to fold it in half and then line up the edges. Hold on, I want my edges to be even here. Okay, so I'm right on half, and then I'm going to take the yardstick and push it all, can you see here, I'm pushing it to the edge, and then I'm going to open up the towel, and I know that this line right here, the edge of the yardstick, is halfway and it's straight. So now I'm going to use the rotary cutter and just get it started here, and just go alright, and yay, it went through. Oh, one little string there. Okay, so now I have two half kitchen towels, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one at a time. I'm going to change the blade in my rotary cutter, and I'm going to put this one. I bought this off of Temu, the whole set. I got a self-healing cutting mat and this cutting blade, and I bought it solely to get this one because I had seen the people were adding like sleeves to their sweatshirts, or they were adding, well, now the t-shirt ponchos. Right, so I wasn't paying attention which side came out of it. I don't think it matters, so we're going to put this blade on here, put our little washer, and tighten it back up. All right, unlock it, there we go. So let's make the cuts and see if it does what I think it's going to do. So I'm thinking I want to be between like 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch, and these are in centimeters. I don't think they are. All right, well, we're going to go with 1 centimeter. So we're going to line this up on that number, and then put all right. So now we are I think 1.5 centimeters is going to be good. So we'll put it on the 8.5 on this side and the 8.5 on this side. All right, the towel is on the 7 line. The ruler is on the 8.5 line. Let's see if this works. I'm going to start it. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. So, all right. Y'all can't see where I'm starting it, so I'm not starting on the total edge, so let me just go. All right, let's see what we got here. Did it go through? It did. Okay. Let's see if you can see. It just made little bitty. Can't really see them, but just enough that I'm going to be able to, let me grab a hook. Just like that. So make sure I did it all the way across. Well, maybe it didn't do as good a job as I thought it did. I think I'm going to redo it. Move it up just a skosh. Do it 1 centimeter instead of 1.5. I'm going to push harder. Go back and forth. Oh man, I am cutting. Dang it, I cut my yardstick. Ah, dang it. All right, well the good news is these towels are just from the Dollar Tree. So if it doesn't work out perfectly, I'm not out too much. So, that is just not doing what I was hoping it would do. It's just not, should be long enough, right? Or maybe the holes are there and I am just not. I might have to just go through with my, I think the holes are there. I'm just going to have to search for them because they're obviously not big holes, obviously. But let's see. All right. Well, maybe I'll be pushing it through with my hook anyway. Oh, okay. I'm going to find them all. I think we'll just move on to the next step and we'll just play it by ear on finding these holes. So, I'm going to go ahead and set up my cutter aside. And I'm going to put the other blade back in the case because as I found earlier, if you set something magnetic on top of one of these blades, they will disappear and you won't be able to find it. unless you look on the back of your magnetic phone thingy. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get this out of the way. Let's see if I can work above like this. Get my yarn. All right. I am going to make this work, by golly. I'm kind of glad I'm doing, well, I'm wondering because terry cloth is thicker than t-shirt material, because I was planning on using that cutter for my t-shirt project that I'm going to do next month. And has anyone else made kitchen towel toppers using a hole puncher, or do you do the way maybe that's why the videos are the way they are. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this in and slip stitch. And now I just need to can't find the hole. All right, well, there's got to be an easier way to do this. Maybe if you sew it in with the needle like the videos show. I'm going to ignore that because I know it's my alter ego being a smart aleck. Well, shoot. Oh. Well, this is kind of a bummer. Maybe if I just do one little hole, if I push, that is not going to be convenient. The top of my hook isn't that sharp. I'm using my Woobles hook, all about wooblin', with Luna the bat on it. All right, make sure this is nice and tight, and I am just going to do single crochets. Actually, was that a slip stitch or a single? Do I want to slip stitch and then start with singles? Yeah, I think I want to do a single. All right, and I'm gonna go, okay, that one, I found the hole easy on that one. But I need to make sure that my I'm going to crochet that in. So all right, come on. Well, I thought this was going to be so much easier. That's okay. It's still going to work. All right. Down the line. All right, so I'm gonna, y'all, I know y'all don't want to sit here and watch me struggle in real time, so we'll either hyperlapse or I'll just do it and then come back when I'm done, because this is kind of boring to me too, but I got to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Maybe, yeah. I forgot my screen is on this side, so we'll go ahead and stop. Okay, well, now that I'm going, I'm like finding the holes. Of course, you know, oh, nope, see, look, they're there. They are there. So it's just a matter of finding it. I don't know what it was there at the beginning, if I just didn't push it hard enough to get started. Because as I'm going across, I am finding the hole quite easily. You know, it just falls in. Really got to stop giggling. But, you know, I do have the, I have 5th grade boy humor a lot. So that's what she said, jokes are funny. Farts are funny. You know. 5th grade boy stuff. And now that, you know, I said, oh yeah, I got this. It's not there. So what I did at the beginning was I just went ahead and grabbed my scissors, and where I thought there should be a hole, I just made a little snippy snip. And boof. There we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and single crochet all the way across. Okay, so I got this done all the way across, and I had to use my scissors a couple times, but it wasn't really that hard. But let me tell you, now that I'm looking at it laying here like this, and this is the top, do you see what the problem is on cutting this towel in half? The ghosts are now upside down, and so is Hey Boo. And the bats are flying up. Everything is upside down. This is the bottom. It should be, I should have, this was not a good towel to cut in half, because that's okay. But you know what? I'm still going to finish it. And by golly, I'll hang it on my fridge. I just won't give it to anybody else to use in their kitchen, because we'll just pretend we're in the upside down. All right. Anyone else a Stranger Things fan? I know a couple people on here who are Stranger Things fans. So, Heather, the Crochet Witch, and then someone else was just talking about it too. But I think I am just going to do a row of single crochets across to get this started. Yeah, all right. I currently don't have Netflix, but I think when the new season drops, because it's going to be the final season, I may just go ahead and get a Netflix account set up. I could go down and watch it at my mom's house, but I like to just either curl up in bed or sit here at my table with the TV on watching things. So, I mean, I could move, but you know, I would take everything down to mom's to set up to crochet. And you know, I would forget something because that's just how I am. But, all right. So this is going to be a really good practice towel. And I'm wondering, so I think the way I was doing it, it folded it over the towel. So that's why I've got this white line in here instead of it being, so I wonder if I went in, if I go in from the front. I think I'll try it on the next one. I'll go from front to back and see if it keeps the orange and the pattern showing through. You know, we gotta learn somehow, right? So you better do it now than if someone says, hey, can you take this towel, this one and only towel I have, and make me a towel topper for it? But I love, so these towels from the Dollar Tree, they're great for decorations. They have them every season. You can find something. Plus they have cute designs that are like year-round, like coffee designs. I have one that, oh, that's a good idea. I could do one of my coffee ones and hang it up at my coffee bar. They've got pet ones. So I know I have one that's like, I think love is a 4-pod word or something like that. But yeah, they have cute little cute little themes, kitchen themes, Christmas themes. So, all right. So I think I'm just gonna chain one and turn. And I'm gonna do a few rows. I think I'm going to do some half doubles across now and do a couple of rows of those. And then I will start decreasing. Until, yeah, I'll figure this out. Like I said, I'm just kind of winging it after watching a few other people's videos. And now I've got to go with what's in my brain and put it out here. So nothing too fancy or spectacular here. I'm wondering if I, well, you know, I don't know if I, because I'm looking at how far it is from the edge here. But it's gonna be folded like this when it's hanging off the stove. So it's not like anyone's gonna see where the edge is. All right, I got this. I am watching some YouTube right now, so I'm going to go ahead and I don't even think I'm going to hyperlapse right now because I did that yesterday. I don't think I'm going to do it in every video because I don't want to bore you guys. If you like watching the process, even if it is in hyperlapse, let me know in the comments because it's easy to do. It's just a matter of, you know, changing the setting on the camera and finding some music to go with it. But for now, I'm just gonna pause you guys and watch TV while I figure out the next steps in this process. Why am I missing? How do I keep go around and in? You'd think I'd never crocheted before. Around and in. Okay. Half doubles aren't that hard. Sir, you're on my yarn. You're on my yarn. What are you doing? You're on the yarn. I know, I know. Can you at least, though, get off of the yarn? All right, I got the yarn back. But now what do I have to do? I have to pet the cat, eh? Do I have to just get the big...
Yeah, I know, you're just too cute. You're just too cute. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. How about some ear scratches? Oh, neck scratches. Belly scratches. Belly. Oh, you're so sweet. But you're keeping me from working. I cannot crochet if I am petting the kitty. If I am petting the kitty, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Oh, she's a good boy. All right. Love this boy. I love this boy. All right. I gotta get to work. I gotta get this video done today. Yes, I do. All right. All right. Someone is making this difficult to work. You're acting like Trickster. Silhouette is being very needy. So I'm trying to get this done, and he is trying to get all of my attention. So, of course, you know, I start recording and he changed his mind. Okay, maybe I just need to say I'm recording. Alright, so what I am doing now is I am decreasing on the ends for each row for this part of the towel. So hopefully that's going to bring the edges until, I think I want to do it till I'm about, probably about right there. And then I'm just going to do He was trying to climb from the table to the bed, but I think he was standing on, yeah, my ink cartridge for my printer, and it just rolled right off the table. Luckily, it's still in the box. It's good to go. But, okay, so next time I'll just pretend I'm recording and he'll go away. We'll see. All right, I'm watching Creative Grandma now, and I'm gonna keep on working on this until we get enough so that we can finish it off and do our video for today. Okay, I am at the point now where I think I am going to be done decreasing, because I am at the part where when I fold the towel and it's where it came naturally folded there, that is where the row is ending. So now I'm just going to go back and forth. Yeah, that's where I'm going to go now. Oh, got it. All right, so yeah, I think now I'm just going to go back and forth until I get to a length that I think is good, so I can fold over. And then I need to figure out a way to attach, because I don't have any buttons. So I'm going to have to see if I can crochet a button. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to, oh, maybe I can make like an orange, or, oh, what if I do a ghost? What if I make a little ghost, a little stiff ghost applique, and then when I get to the end, make a chain that will go under the, oh, yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, Hey, thanks for listening to me while I work this out in my brain. I may have a problem. This is all I have left of this color. So I'm not gonna go as long as I thought I would. I think I will just keep going until... Oh, but I need to make a chain. I can make the chain out of the white as well as the ghost. Okay, so I'm just going to crochet until this is gone, which won't be much longer. All right, do I have enough to finish this row? Let's play some yarn chicken. Gonna make it. Oh, it's I don't feel it on the, so no. But I think, let me see if I just do a couple of decreases, or here, let's do, all right, let's slip stitch across a couple. How about 3? All right, and then 1, 2, 3. Let's see if that's gonna work. Let's do 4, just to be on the safe side. All right, and then we'll one, 2, 3, 4 to there. Okay, so one more. I could have done 3. All right, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and that gives me enough to sew in my ends. All right, so now I think I am going to, let's see if we can make a witch with white cotton. Do I have any in this? Yep. All right, here is my white. So I want to kind of base it off of I think I'm going to start it with a magic circle, a couple rounds around, and then make the bottom go longer. Okay, I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll hyperlapse this one so y'all can see the smoke coming out of my ears. So, where am I on this thing? I sewed the little ghost on twice. And look, he is still not centered because, you know, I don't measure. So now I tied on the white and I am making a foundation chain that is going to, so we'll fold this over and then the chain will go up under the ghost and hang on the bar on the oven. That's the plan. So that's where I am now. So when I finish this, I'll come back and we'll do the final reveal. All right, here is my Halloween upside down, ran out of yarn, don't have a button kitchen towel. So, and I just recorded this with the phone, you know, this way instead of this way, vertical. So I'm re-recording it, but I ended up just doing a foundation chain here to wrap around the ghost so he can hang out here on the oven door. And I would have made this longer, but I ran out of purple yarn. But that's okay, because it's still functional. It still works. So I ended up not going out and doing deliveries today. Instead, I hung out home and crocheted and hung out with these guys. And now I am going to go a couple doors down for a birthday party. One of our, it's our neighbor's niece, but when she saw me in the window, she was standing there, so I went out and talked to her, and she invited me over for the birthday party, and her mom was getting the balloons out of the car, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were already 61. She turned 16 tomorrow, and when I met them, she was in the car seat. They would bring her to our Zumba classes, our Aqua Zumba, and pass her around in the pool while everyone was doing Zumba. So it was a little extra resistance, but now she's 16. Well, she's 15 when this gets posted until tomorrow. So happy birthday. If you watch my videos, I don't know if you do. Happy birthday. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. You know, I'm trying new stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But, you know, you can't get any better if you don't try, if you don't try to learn new things, right? We're going with that. So if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, feel free to. You don't have to, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to. All right, guys, have a great day. Make it a great day and find your joy. And I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.